Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over a couple tips on how to win more clutches, more 1vx's, 1v1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yada yada yada. Just get right into it. The first thing I want you guys to know about it is don't be upset when you don't win the clutch, especially if it's like a 1v2 or higher. Like a 1v1s are kind of supposed to be 50-50, but especially if it's like a 1v2 or higher, you're not supposed to win those. You winning a clutch like that is based off of the opponents making a mistake, right? If they play it perfectly, they should not lose a man advantage battle. So my first tip is to don't get discouraged or upset when you lose a 1vx like that, a clutch. It's not meant to happen. However, if you can win a couple clutches, steal a round here or there, that can be a huge difference in the Siege game. So with that out of the way, I'm going to start off with the first tip is the first thing you want to do as soon as you find yourself in a clutch situation is know where the opponents are. Now you should be doing this throughout the round anyways, just keeping keeping tabs on where they are and what direction they're coming from, but it's especially important in a 1vx clutch situation because you need to know whether they're holding a crossfire, whether there's two of them stacked with each other, whether they're all by themselves. You just need to know the position of them so you don't end up walking into a crossfire that you didn't know was there, right? And that kind of ties into the second tip, which is take 1v1s. So if you know the position of the attackers or the defenders, whatever side you're on, and you know that there's one of them by himself, you challenge him first. You chow him first, you take him out. Because the way you win clutch situations is not by winning a 1v4. The way you win is by winning 4 1v1s. That's the easiest way to win a clutch situation. You turn it into 4 1v1s instead of a 1v4. It's easier to beat 4 people shooting at you one at a time than it is to beat 4 people shooting at you at the same time, right? So if it's a 1v3, 4 or 5, you especially want to be aggressive in a clutch situation like that because they're going to have a lot of players, and especially if you're playing ranked or something. I'm assuming the people watching this aren't in Pro League. Especially if you're playing ranked, in a 1v3, 4 or 5, they're going to get aggressive. Like, they're going to want the last kill. They're going to start running at you. You need to also get aggressive in turn. Take your single gunfights that you can get to whittle the numbers down a little bit. And now here I'm going to split it up between attacking tips and defending tips. First things first for defending tips, if it's a 1v2 or a 1v1 on defense, remember the objective, right? You don't have to kill them both. You just have to stop them from planting the bomb, right? And if you just kind of hold a little bit of a passive angle somewhere where they can't get to you and they decide to plant the bomb, then it's a 1v1, right? Because one person's planting the bomb, you just have to kill the person that's protecting him, right? And then you get another 1v1 with the bomb planter. So it's harder to do that in a 1v3, 4, or 5 because there's multiple people watching crossfires and stuff, right? So that's why you get aggressive right away with them. But if it's a 1v2 or especially a 1v1, they have to plant. You kill them for free in a 1v1. In a 1v2, they have to plant. You kill the person protecting the planter, and then you get another 1v1 against the planter, right? That kind of thing. It's just, again, going back to the previous tip, is just it's easier to win 2 different 1v1s instead of winning a 2v1, right? And the game itself forces them into 2 different 1v1s if they're planting last second. So that's my tip for defenders, 1v2, 1v1s. If you're an attacker, it's kind of the exact same idea. Remember the objective. If you are in a safe spot where you believe you can plant, or if you can even fake a plant, that's just as useful, right? Because if you're faking a plant, the defenders are going to hear you. They're going to start walking up. You sit there for a couple seconds, then you get off plant and you shoot them while they're walking to you, right? The easiest thing to do in Siege, instead of running into somebody's crossfire, is to do something to make them run into yours. Whether that's you fake planting the bomb for a couple seconds, make them walk into you, you know where they're coming from and you pre-fire them, or just things like that. So yeah, like I said, you need to remember the objective whether you're attacking or defending. Defending, make them plan. Attacking, fake a plant. Or if you don't hear them push you, just fully plant. Then they really have to run at you, right? And that's it for that tip. I got one final tip for you guys, and that is, if the diffuser is down, diffuse it, if that makes sense. Especially if you're in a 1v1 with diffuser down and you're defending and you have to try to disable the diffuser, don't try to hunt down where the attacker is. A lot of times they'll just tuck in a corner somewhere where they're safe, you know, and hide to try to waste time, right? Do something, like I said in the last tip, to make them go to you, right? If instead of trying to chase them down, you just hit the diffuser a couple times, they have to push you, and then you get off after 2 or 3 ticks and shoot them, right? And don't do that thing where you like fake the ticks, you know, where you hit X, let go, hit X, let go, or whatever your button is. That it's hard to get the timing right on that, and if you mess the timing up, a good player is gonna know that you're faking it. And to get the timing right, you might as well just do it normally at that point anyways, right? Doing that fake thing is just stupid, and it'll lose you more rounds than it'll win once you get into higher lobbies. But going back to it, if the diffuser's down, you hit it, you just hold X or square or whatever your button is on there for 2 ticks or however many ticks until it sounds like they're getting close. You get off, you shoot them, you go right back on. I've won an insane amount of 1v1s like that. And if you don't hear them come towards you, then you stick it. A lot of times as an attacker, if you plant the diffuser, are you going to expect the defender to just get on it and stick it immediately? No. And other times you're going to try to run out a window or something to get a good position to like hold the diffuser from, right? It takes you a couple seconds to get to your ideal holding spot, and those couple seconds might be all I need to get the diffuser disabled. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed those tips. If you did, feel free to subscribe for another tip video coming tomorrow. I will see you guys next time. Bye.